Just first, touch on what we saw on Sunday night, the Lionesses doing so well.
It was incredible. They were resilient. They've been fantastic throughout the whole tournament. Even the game against Germany, whereby they had their backs to the wall at times, but they showed the right commitment, determination, drive. They did the nation proud because, of course, we all expect when teams play well, they win. And, if they have their backs to the wall, they're going to lose, particularly against Germany. And it looked at that stage, especially when Germany equalized, but they showed so much passion and determination to come through. So, yeah, they did really well. Proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely right. And what do you think it's going to do then for the women's game? All of those sort of naysayers now will have to just keep strum, wouldn't you say?
Well, what has to happen for the women's game is not necessarily just when England play, because England don't play that often. The club game is where it has to improve. So all of these Lionesses who play for England, and we know them when they play for England, most people don't know what clubs they play for. And unfortunately, when they play for their clubs, you have 1,000-2,000 people turning up. What has to happen is when they go away and play for their clubs, as they will do every single week, that is when they need the support, not just when they play for England, because, of course, it's easy to be a fair weather fan when we're in the World Cup and we support them. But what about their bread and butter day-to-day when they're at their clubs? That is when they really need the support for the women, for the women's football to really go to the next level.
And that's how you make sure that the pay that these players get goes up as well, because if you get better gate receipts, you get more sponsors coming in, that's how the women are going to get paid better.
Well, they're playing in front of 2,000 people when they play for their clubs. So how are they going to get paid better when you even have League Two teams who got more than them, who have bigger crowds? So the sponsors are going to be interested if the public are interested. So it's okay for the public now saying how much we're supporting them because we all watched the European Championship final and Wembley was full. What about in the coming months when they play for their clubs? Now you have to put your money where your mouth is if you're a real football fan.
Well, just on that then, I think you've got a little bit of research, John, that you've been doing on football fans going to games and the way cost of living is going to be affecting people, right? Tell us about that.
It's not Virgin Media have done the research to show that nearly half of the football fans would prefer to stay at home and watch the game, not just because of the cost of living crisis, but of course, there are benefits to that whereby, you can just go to the loo whenever you want. You can sit and watch in the comfort of your own home. You can pause it to go and watch. To go to watch something else. So I think that increasingly we've seen that, people watching at home is becoming much more prevalent. The vast majority of fans don't go to football matches. They watch it at home. And, Virgin Media have a package now, which is the cheapest package in the UK. So, as I said, a lot of people can't get to the games, not just because of the cost of living crisis, but because it's hard to get tickets. You may support a team which is 500 miles away. So increasingly, we are now seeing people being at home to watch the game. So long may that continue, because as I said, it's difficult for people in this day and age now, particularly from the cost of living crisis, to be able to afford to watch football matches live. So it's great to see that they'll still be able to support their teams or even just watch a game. A lot of people may not even support a club, but they love watching football and the access is there.
And of course, other providers of Premier League football are available, Sky being one, as we know. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Premier League season. What are you looking out for, John? I don't know if you saw Haaland in the Charity Shield the other day. Does he look like the player that we're thinking he's going to be?
Well, he is the player we think he's going to be. He may not have scored on the weekend, and he may not have looked that player then, but of course, you don't just judge him from one game. The quality he actually has, so I'm sure for Man City he'll do well. Nunes scored for us, and Nunes is similar. They've come for a big price tag. They've probably changed the dynamic of both teams because losing Mane means that now we have a classic number 9 centre-forward who we have to adapt to. He has to adapt to us. Manchester City are similar. They never had a big number 9 centre-forward who will just get the ball in the box and he'll score headers. So they'll also have to adapt. But I think that those two teams, once again, will be the two teams to look out for. Chelsea will be strong as well as Tottenham. Those two, I think, can push Liverpool and Manchester City close. But I still can't see beyond Liverpool or Manchester City.
And my director in my ear is just shouting about what about Arsenal? And you also missed another Northwest club as well there, didn't you? Another one that plays in red. I can't remember the name now.
As I said, look, Arsenal, I think, Jesus is a fantastic signing. I think that if you look at Arteta and after winning that battle with Aubameyang in terms of who's going to be in charge, who rules the club, and it's the right thing to do. The manager has to be the main man. You saw Arsenal improve, and Arsenal will improve once again. They've still got a young, improving side, so I'm not going to say they're going to challenge for a top 2, but they'll challenge for 3rd or 4th. So as I say, you got Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, unknown quantity in Man United because once again the harmony is not right, the disunity, the problems that they're actually having with Ronaldo. Is he staying? Is he going? That's not a good situation to go into, but it's going to be an exciting season.